And now we go back to our previous story about Yahaya Bello, and we're joined by Allen Sowore. He's a human rights lawyer. Allen, you're welcome. Thank you. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today.
Good afternoon.
Now, let's take a look at the Nigerian judicial system, especially as respects to Yahaya Bello, and the fact that he has been given a 500 million naira bail, which he has met and has regained his freedom. First off, your cursory look at it. What is your opinion on the entire matter?
Yeah, thank you. The Nigerian judiciary is not separated or completely separated from the Nigerian society. And I say this because in Nigeria, it's almost part of our culture to code through for ill-gotten wealth. So if you see the Nigerian judiciary treating some of the high-profile defendants in the court, I say that is perhaps part of our culture and lifestyle to respect people without bothering about the sources or source of their wealth. So I'm not surprised that in Nigeria we still have that kind of thing. Even in the law court, we have like a tale of two cities, one for the poor and the other for the rich. So one cannot completely cut this away from our societal lifestyle. So that's what is happening.
Now, Mr. Allen, let's take another look at the Farotimi case, for instance, while we're still looking at the Nigerian judiciary. While Yahaya Bello has been granted bail with minimal conditions, Farotimi has been granted bail as well. However, the conditions that he has been granted bail under are so many. They include the submission of his passport, his inability to grant interviews, and much more. How do you measure up these two cases?
Yeah, thank you. One thing I want to say first before I even dwell into the question properly is that I must thank God that Dele Farotimi is not an Igbo man, or that Yahaya Bello is not an Hausa man, or that the geopolitical zone politics has not been introduced into this. In other words, imagine if Afel had been a Yoruba man from the south who has orchestrated the arrest of Dele Farotimi, a young lawyer, or imagine if he has been from the north, or Hausa, or Christian versus Muslim. So this few background then give us the launch pad to assess the true situation objectively. I must say that the entire process of the arrest, the detention, the bail condition given to Dele Farotimi is unfair. It exposes the very ill that Dele Farotimi seems to be talking about, because the issue of corruption has formed part of the manifesto of every presidential candidate, if not aspirant, that have come to campaign to Nigeria. I will fight corruption. I will fight corruption. So it means that all of us agree that there's a serious corruption in Nigeria. So the judiciary is not exempted. So if a man has alleged that an individual is corrupt, and we are now playing that like a script. Dele Farotimi has written a script, and the Nigerian judiciary is now acting that script. So what evidence do you need?
I'd like to compare the judiciary in their handling of cases of fraud, for instance, and their cases of human rights. Do you think that the Nigerian judiciary is fair in any way, shape, or form regarding its handling, especially of cases when it comes to human rights?
That's what I'm saying. The Nigerian judiciary is not fair. I just told you that the Nigerian judiciary, if you observe it critically, is like a tale of two cities. One for the poor, the other one for the rich. You always see the Nigerian judiciary very harsh on the vulnerable Nigerians, the poor, those those who do not have connection. When it comes to minor crime, minor issue, you will hear a story of somebody or a defendant being sentenced to death, a defendant who has been alleged of stealing a fowl, being sentenced to death. So, but you see former governors, senators who are alleged of 100 billion, trillions of naira, they are being treated like a hero, even within the courts, within the court system. So it is not fair. It's like the Nigerian judiciary is designed in such a way that it takes care of the rich separately from taking care of the poor. And I said the Nigerian judiciary, including the security agencies, if you are alleged of 100 billion naira, for instance, the police will take care of you. They will treat you with maximum respect. But if you are alleged of stealing of maybe 100,000 or a goat, even the police will punish you for going low to commit small crimes, small offense. Why did you disgrace yourself? So what would they get from you? When they put you before a judge to pay and they say you have embezzled 200 billion, the judge will take care of you. You want to be careful. You want to ask you personal question. Are the money still available? Can we have access to part of the money? So that is probably the way sometimes some of us who have been to the police station, EFCC, that is the reality. They want to assess you, which vehicle were you driven in, where you come in, even as a suspect or as a defendant, as the case may be, or as an accused. The Nigerian police don't want to look at the degree of offense. They want to look at your status. If they take care of you while you are in their custody, can you reciprocate when you get out from their custody? So that seems to be the objective. They want to be kind to you. They want to give you some kind of unsolicited soft spot the moment they know that you have money, you have status, which is not good for the system.
Well, Mr. Allen Sowore, I want to say thank you very much for giving us painting such a grim reality of the situation, having experienced it yourself as a human rights lawyer. Thank you very much.